Be intuitive. That album really shaped the way I saw you could write music. Yeah, people just think I'm mean. Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm an artist from Sydney, and I made an album, and we're going to be answering some questions that you guys asked me, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm excited for this. Remnant Waves. I'm ready. Ooh. Every time I ask a question, ooh, is my answer. Most personal song on the album, it's toward the end. I can give one track name. It's named Honorable Mention. This song was written about how I see myself as a kid. The best way to describe the song without giving too much away is I was the youngest growing up in my family. So I spent a lot of my time looking at my brother and wishing I was him. So whenever he, for example, would do something and get like praised for it, I really wished that I was him. So I was trying to be sporty when I wasn't sporty. I had asthma, so I was rigged to lose basically. And yeah, this song kind of goes about the both sided perspectives of like what it looks like to be the youngest and feel like you're not doing enough. Being the first to open up. So like look at your writing as if you're talking to someone in person, right? If you don't be the first to open up, they're not going to open up. You know, social media is parasocial relationships. So it's like I will never be able to have a conversation with you over DMs like humans have a conversation face to face. So when you're the first to open up, let's say you make a song and you write it about like a huge problem in your life. If people relate to it, they will be drawn to it naturally. So this album the whole thing is written in a way where it's like naive. It doesn't exactly put on the dot. Maybe a few songs do. It puts on the dot what it is, but it's like human experiences. So you balance it by throwing in all your different creative elements. Like whose perspective are you writing on? Blah, blah, blah. And then be the first to open up. That's what I would say. Ooh. Actually, I'm wearing it right now. Let me take it off. Dependent. A lot of the way people describe intuition is they describe it as a third eye. This is my third eye. We've on the team named it the Eye of Intuition, which it literally just means like, this is a symbol to say I know how things are going to go. I can read a room when I walk into it. I can tell who's in like a good and bad mood. So this is my cool little analogy of explaining it, and I think it's very important for the album, you know, intuition. Be intuitive. I don't know, as my life has changed, I've kind of had a need to write about different things. Now it's more of, I want to write things that people relate to in their hearts. What I was writing before was like coming up with little stories and telling them, when now it's like, this is how it is, and it's brutally honest. So it will talk about sex addiction, or it will talk about not being enough, that I have debt to pay off, and I don't have the money to get on my feet, you know what I mean? You live once. I hope people can like reflect on themselves. We are our worst critic. You know, you take your shirt off and you look in the mirror, you think you look ugly, but then everyone else says you look fine. It's an album to kind of show that we grow. And I hope that everyone can just take a step back and relate every lyric to themselves. Definitely recording it. Like, so I made this whole album in my bedroom. I'd be sitting down in my chair. My room is like at the front of the house. So you'll constantly hear birds chirping. You'll hear loud dirt bikes going off from the neighbors. You'll hear people coming and leaving their houses. So I would be like recording a take and I would get a really, really good one. And then it would just be bad because there's like a bird chirping or like a cricket or like police sirens. Like it is a nightmare. But I'd say that was the most difficult part of recording it, apart from the fact that it's like very emotionally draining. If your writing isn't making you want to cry and bawl your eyes out, you're not writing. That's my opinion. Yeah. One artist, it'll be Billie Eilish. She's very stylistic. Like she has a very like raw emotion in her writing. I feel like I am also the same. I think Billie Eilish. That'd be awesome. All right, next question. I think we all, the same way as like when you're about to go, I know girls, my girlies out there relate to this. When you're getting ready to like go out for the night and you don't know what to wear and you have doubts, but you just say stuff it and go with one and then it works out. That's the same thing. You will find all these different avenues of like how you want to write a song. You just have to pick one and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just remember that out of all the choices you have, you can just make another song and then choose that next one. You don't have to put it all into one. Be vague. Be fun. Next question. A lot of people think I'm mean. A lot of people, when they meet me, they're like, oh, I thought you would be an asshole. And I'm like, what? No. Like, I'm actually like really, like, I care a lot about people. Yeah, people just think I'm mean. I'm really not. Like, I would love to hear about your day. But people also, when I meet people, they don't talk to me about their own days. They just ask me questions. They interview me. And when I ask them questions, they just get bored and leave. So don't be shy. I don't know. But yeah, people think I'm mean. One day I woke up and I realized I'm not writing enough. It wasn't like scratching my back anymore. And I was like, damn, I have so much in my life. Like, when you think of writing music about your life, you can't think of anything off the top of your head. And you're like, oh, this, and this. But if you want to know what to write about, ask someone else, right? And I just started talking to a therapist. I had a lot of things in my life that came back up. And when that happened, I realized I have so much to write about, so why not start? Don't even choose a theme. Make this album collaborative, make it whatever you want, but just start writing. It is a mix of both, because it's like I'm writing, it's like I'm going back in time in my head, placing myself in the situation, and then having more of a mature look at it, because obviously I've processed it since it's happened. So it's like sitting down and writing a more mature version of what happened, looking at it on all angles. Like, it's like grabbing the box of what happened and looking at it every which way, you know? So there's one song on the album that I wrote with Leo. He is also on my team. And yeah, with the whole producing part, I went to school and graduated. I can produce professionally, and you know, it isn't too hard. It's about mainly the recording style choices, like how I choose to record my music is different. Yeah, I would say it is definitely, it's very hard doing it all alone, but it's the most rewarding. You know exactly where it starts and finishes. It's not like someone else gets their hands on it and changes it in an unhealthy way that removes the original meanings and stuff. It's like, I feel like everyone should have full creativity control over their own music, but it definitely is challenging, but it's so rewarding. Everyone should do it. I think they'll be very happy to have closure that it's going to be okay. Let's be honest, if the sky opened up and God said to us that no matter what's going to happen, you're going to be okay, we would all be a little less stressed. So I think that's how he would feel. I use Ableton Live. Is this the questions from Instagram?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I use Ableton for the entire album. Very good for what I use. Look, I know there's like people who are like diehard fans of their DAWs and shit, but it's not about the software you're using. It's about the person behind the software. Next question. I have no idea. Probably a carpenter or something. I don't know. I like building stuff. Next question. I definitely used to worry what people think of me, like 100%. But in all honesty, who cares? The way I overcame it is just by saying, screw you, I'm me. And then everyone else came running. Next question. Listen to my album and it will be implied how vain it is. There's like little hidden vocals in the background. You have to listen hard. It does. These questions are crazy. The most random inspiration. I was listening to elevator music. I was in an elevator and it was playing elevator music, and I was like, that melody is really cool. How can I implement that type of melody into my grungy pop, alternative pop? And I did it. Actually, I think my entire album, I think all songs would sound awesome in an elevator. Can someone do that? Can someone edit that? I love just a classic chicken schnitzel and gravy. And that's because of the simple life I had growing up. But I also love pasta with a lot of parmesan cheese. If you don't have a lot of parmesan cheese on your pasta, you're not cool. I'm going to be celebrating it in so many different ways. I've never released an album before, so I don't truly know. But I would love to do like a live stream with like my crew, where we're all just listening to the album so everyone can like hear it the first time. Actually, I will do that. Join on album release day. I'll put out a post on my Instagram, Daniel Sidoruk Music. Join that live stream and come listen to the album with us. Just one. Dominic Fike. When I listened to his album Sunburn, that album really shaped the way I saw you could write music. It was so personal, and the way that like the music contrasted with the lyrics, I was like, wow, you can really like make a feeling come to life. You can really speak through just the music. That's all the questions? All right. Yeah, that's all your questions. Listen to My Optimistic Narcissism. It's coming out on the 16th of May, 2025. 6 p.m. in your time zone. Can I drop the mic?